One shot. I hate this fandom so much. Izuku put in his locker combination. January 27, 12. Izuku made sure he kept his number memorized for the future. Unfortunately for him, the moment he opened his locker he got sprayed by a squirt gun, getting him slightly wet. "Ah," Izuku said while getting sprayed. He could hear a small chuckle in the distance. "Haha, nice one Uraraka," Izuku called her out. Ochako came around the corner chuckling to herself. "I got you." Ochako laughed. She handed him a small towel, showing that it was all in fun. "I'll just get you back even harder," Izuku wiped his face. Yeah, that's already 6 pranks to 1. You're too nice, Deku. The worst you've tried is giving me a raisin cookie. Ochako did fall for it though. "Well, it doesn't matter how much the total is as long as I get you to give up." Izuku handed the towel back to her. "It's going to have to be pretty big. Oh, by the way, look." Ochako placed a finger on his chest. Izuku looked down at her finger and Ochako swiped up, gently hitting his nose. "Shoot." Izuku fell for it. "You really make it too easy, Deku." Ochako laughed a bit. "I will win." Izuku hoped he would. "Good luck, Deku. Let's hurry up to class now." They made their way to the classroom before the bell, during which Izuku tried to think of some ways to make her surrender. It has to be something that isn't too bad but just enough to make her admit defeat. Izuku wasn't paying much attention in class. He looked over at his crush, who was paying attention. Ochako herself felt pretty confident. She was up by 5 anyway. "Sorry, Deku. You shouldn't have made the bet." Ochako smiled at him. Even though Ochako had a crush on him, she wasn't going to go easy on him. Soon the bell rang. They had decided that pranks can happen from any time from school starting until curfew, meaning Izuku and Ochako had a while to win. Unfortunately, Izuku couldn't think of anything to do. He did the classic, water on the slightly open door, trick, but Ochako saw it coming a mile away. "How are you so good at this?" Izuku asked her as they were walking towards the dorms. "I know you, Deku. And you're just too nice as well, so you won't do anything too extreme. In fact, I have a special prank planned for tomorrow." Ochako sent a chill down Izuku's spine. Should I be worried?" Izuku asked her. "Oh, not at all. It's not even a prank for you. I'm already done pranking you, so go ahead and try to catch up." Ochako was pretty confident. They came to the dorms and they went their separate ways. Izuku went to his room and he tried to think of a way. Wait. I wonder how she would react if I told her how I feel about her. But would that count as a prank though? Wait a second. I think I remember something from a manga. Izuku jumped off his bed and he looked through his books. Story continues below. He grabbed a certain love romance one and flipped to a certain page. It gave him the perfect idea. He just hoped he could pull it off. He decided to do it tomorrow at school. The next day, Izuku had mentally prepared himself all night. He still felt very nervous, but he had to win. Even though this prank war was for fun, he wouldn't feel right not giving his all when Ochako was. So by trying to defeat her, he is actually helping her. He was already downstairs in the dorms. Everyone else, except for Bakugo, Kirishima, and Kaminari, for some reason had already went to the school. He watched her come to him in her school uniform. "Hey Deku," Ochako greeted him. Hey Uraraka," Izuku's voice made him sound nervous. "What are you up to?" Ochako instantly knew he had something planned. I don't know what you are talking about," Izuku lied to her, which he did feel a little bad about. If you say so." Ochako didn't trust him. They walked into the main school building, but Izuku stopped at one point. "Deku," Ochako called out to him. Izuku did something that she didn't see coming. Izuku came over to her and he placed a hand next to her head on the wall and he leaned over her. What are you doing?" Ochako started to blush from what he was doing. Izuku was red, redder than Kirishima's hair. His knees were shaking and he felt his hands start to sweat. But he knew he had to finish. He started to lean in close to her. Deku. Why you don't have to go this far? Seriously. Ochako was starting to panic. Yes, she wanted to kiss him, but not because of a prank war. I can't." Izuku got closer and closer to her face. Ochako knew that he was serious and she was trapped. She had no choice. Okay, I give up, Deku. You win." Ochako admitted defeat. Izuku was glad to hear that. He nearly passed out from the blood rushing to his face. He used his arm on the wall to push himself away from Ochako. But a student came running and he bumped slightly into Izuku as he ran. "Sorry, I'm late for class," the student said without looking back. The force from the student hitting Izuku caused his arm to fall off the wall and Izuku was falling towards Ochako. They had a few seconds to react and try to move, but they were both frozen. Izuku's face landed on Ochako's and now they were kissing. They both were now redder than Bakugo's face when he is pissed and yelling. After a few seconds Izuku was able to control his body. He immediately took off his lips from her. "You uraraka. That was a ACI." Ochako put her lips back on his, shutting him up. Izuku was again surprised, but now that he knew that she was enjoying this, he continued. He kissed her back as Ochako rested her head up against the wall as Izuku placed both of his hand in hers and they were kissing. It wasn't a make-out. It was just a long normal kiss. Too bad they were human as they needed air and they had to let go. They both gasped for air and their lips felt dry. That was just. Wow, Ochako said in between her breathing. "I didn't mean for that to happen," Izuku said while also trying to breathe. "I'm glad it did." Ochako got her breathing back to normal. Me too." They were both red now. "Well, even though it wasn't for something, you won and still got something," Ochako smiled. "What's that?" Izuku asked, not knowing what she mean by that. "Now you have a girlfriend." Ochako made him and herself blush even more. I like that," Izuku smiled. Ring. Oh, there goes the homeroom bell. Looks like we are late. Aizawa is going to kill us. Ochako wasn't looking towards their punishment. "Come on, let's go face him together." Izuku took her hand. "Let's go." Ochako and Izuku went to their classroom. However, they weren't the only ones late. Meanwhile, "Come on bro, it's not that bad." Kirishima talked to Bakugo through his door with Kaminari, who was holding his phone up. "Shut the hell up." Bakugo yelled on the other side. "Dude, we are having a team activity today and us three are in together." And you know we can't win without you. Kaminari tried to say that with a straight face. Quote dot 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 dot. Fine, you have a point. Put the phone away and I'll come out. Bakugo agreed. Wait, you're gay? Kaminari asked. I mean, come out of the fucking room, you bastard. Bakugo yelled, even more pissed off now. Oh, Kaminari was about to burst in laughter. Come on, Kaminari. He won't leave if you don't do it. Kirishima found it funny though. Okay, Bakugo, done. Kaminari said, putting his phone in his pocket. The door opened and Bakugo stepped out. His head was completely shaven. Kaminari and Kirishima fell to the ground, clutching their stomachs in pain from the laughter. You bastards. Bakugo was even more pissed off now. I only did this for the ending. Not really. I like this anyway.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side, this is me. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.